listen over. You a queen when I less than I'm a gozy. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Owamie, Owamie. Girl, you're such a powerful woman.
Hi, my ninjas. How are you doing? It's your girl, Owamie, aka Miss Fair Focal, bring back for all entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that I subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Also, do follow me on Facebook. It's Owamie Entertainment. We're going to be starting to upload over there, so I'm really excited about that. But anyway, ninjas, today we're going to talk about this whole situation that actually happened. I feel like I won't even know how to pronounce his name properly, so please don't come for me, guys. Like, I don't know. I find that I struggle, so I don't know if it's a ShebeShixt, ShebeShixt. I think so. So I'm gonna just call him Mr. Shebe, okay? I think that's better for me. But anyway, of course you guys know by now that he lost his daughter, unfortunately, in a horrible car accident that happened day before yesterday night, right? From what we hear, or basically it happened on Saturday, the 9th of June. So this video was supposed to have come out yesterday, but I feel like I was still very much emotional, and I felt like I was gonna do my commentary on this based off of emotions, and I obviously did not want to do that because I know that when you speak out of emotions, it can really, be bad. And this is a very sensitive situation because a parent did lose their child, you guys, okay? So I'm gonna go and just read this that I got from MDNTV Live before I can actually give you guys my commentary, which reads as follows. Musician ShebeShixt was involved in a car accident that reportedly claimed the life of his 9-year-old daughter. According to Sunday World, Shebe was with 3 other passengers in the car when it collided with a truck and overturned. The musician was on his way to perform at an ANC Ngoba rally celebration concert in Owamie. The event was scheduled for Sunday, 9 June. I think I made a mistake when I said Saturday, 9 June. Okay, scrap that. The publication reports that news of the little girl's passing was confirmed by Tidimalo Chuene, who is the spokesperson of the transport department in Limpopo. On various social media platforms, videos of a body of a child believed to be ShebeShixt's daughter have gone viral. In one clip, the body can be seen lying covered next to the artist's damaged Volks VW Polo. Another video shows the musician lying on the ground whilst paramedics treated his injuries near a stretcher. In the video, the Dilotse massive rapper's head and right foot are bangled as he moans in agony and pleads for water. Shebe has been involved in 2 accidents in 6 months. In January, the musician was involved in a crash that resulted in his GTI being written off. Now, my deepest condolences to him and his family, and of course, the mother of his child. And obviously, it's really sad that a 9-year-old actually lost her life, and in such a tragic way, man. A car accident. I feel like just the small coffins weigh the most. Are definitely the hardest. Now, please let's go ahead and get into this chende, guys. The thing that was trending number 1 on Twitter was reckless. That's what was trending. If you follow me, you will know that, I don't remember actually ever having reported anything on Shebe. I don't know if the time that, he broke the record and he was, his podcast with Meg G reached 2 million views in less than 48 hours or in 48 hours, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if I actually reported on that. But obviously after that, I did go and try, look for who he is and everything. And he was really just not a person that I could actually be a fan of. His music, I know obviously the Akitsebi Gutsubile twerker, because that went viral on TikTok. But looking at his actions, he was just not someone that I would actually say that, I would follow, or I would even be interested in, reporting on all the time. Because let's look at some of the stuff that this guy has done that I've actually found. I once saw a video of him releasing a gun. He had gone to perform, like he was literal on stage. I don't know if somebody said something that he did not like, and he took out a gun. Okay, that guy did not even get arrested of that. For that, I've seen him actually slap his fans a couple of times. Now it may be fans or haters, but you don't have a right to slap anybody. I think the day that I literally just was like, this is the line where I'm just done with this, I'm not even interested, it was the time that I actually saw him threaten to take someone's life because they went on a podcast and they did not necessarily say things about him that he liked. And I was like, why are we having criminals becoming famous? That literally was my biggest question, because I'm just like, if this is how you act and you are someone that is famous, you are obviously someone that will influence. The way that he dresses, the tattoos that he has, it's of gangster vibes. Like, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And his style obviously is sort of like lipantsula, but they have basically Nyaope boys have taken the lipantsula style and they've now made it into something else, which is like, if you just see Shebe actually coming to you walking and dressed the way he's dressed, you would definitely clutch your phone. You understand? Close to you, if you don't know him, you would think that, wait a minute, is this guy coming to, because he acts that way, and so I think that's why I'm just trying to explain to you guys right now why I don't really report about this guy, and I told myself that I won't be reporting on anything that has to do with him. But the thing that's there now is that there's a 9-year-old whose life has been taken, and it's very much unfortunate when it comes to this situation. However, I also want you guys to understand that it could have been someone else's child. It could have been someone else's child. And this is the message that I'm just coming here to talk to you guys about today. If you're someone that is a reckless driver, in this case, we do not know who was wrong, because I know that truck drivers are also very much like, they are literally the bullies of the road, and they know that one mistake, you are dead. Like, if you have ever collided with a truck and you live to tell that tale, God loves you and God really wants you to still be on this earth, because it's not a lot of people that collide with a truck or have anything to do with a truck on the road and they live to tell that story. So basically what I'm saying is that he has been in another car accident. We have seen some of the way that he actually drives, and that's why reckless was actually trending number one on Twitter, is that you never know who is in the other car that is coming. So when you drive reckless, when you are overtaking on the barrier line, when you are speeding unnecessarily, you never know which car can come and which car can I collide with. Okay, in that car there can be people's children. There are many children that have died because of reckless drivers. There are many children that have been left parentless because of reckless drivers. And I feel like in South Africa, we just don't have the laws that actually punishes reckless drivers enough. Because everyone's just like, well, it was an accident. Sometimes it was not just an accident. It was reckless driving. And I believe that these people that recklessly drive on the road needs to get arrested. I really don't understand why, what the traffic department is even there for. Like, why are you guys not, are you just there on the road to collect jojo every day? I don't get it, because first of all, you know that if you're speeding, you just have to give the traffic cop 50 rands and they're gonna go. And a lot of times, okay, there was a video that I saw of a traffic officer asking him money, like a bribe, literally. What wrong did he do? Why can't you prosecute him? Why can't you arrest? Why can't you do your job? The other part again that I would go ahead and say is that I I do hope that we can actually get the traffic department to do something about this. Whenever there's an accident that happens, they need to have people's licenses, like your license number. If you've been in an accident, if you've been in 2 accidents in 1 year, then your license needs to be suspended. You need to go through certain chains, especially if you're the one that has been in the wrong. You need to go see a psychologist, which should be ordered, and a psychologist is the one that has to say this person is mentally stable enough to can go and be on the road. And then the second thing that they need to also do is the fact that if you get 3 more accidents like in 1 year, your license needs to be suspended, and you need to start from scratch in terms of like you actually having to go and start your learners. Maybe you don't know the rules of the road. Maybe you don't know that you do not actually overtake on the barrier line, and if ever you have 4 accidents in 1 year, then they just need to like scrap your license, and you're never allowed to have a license ever again, because clearly you cannot drive and you are a huge risk to the next people. And if you're in an accident where a life has been taken, they need to do like thorough investigations, and you need to be prosecuted. It does not matter if, the person that died is in the other car or the person that died is in your car. They need to make sure that they actually do those investigations. If somebody passes, then whoever is responsible for that, whoever was on the wrong, needs to get jail time, and they should not do this whole thing wherein other people are getting 3 years in jail, other people are getting 5 years, other people are getting, they should be a standard. Like if you kill a person on the road, you're getting 10 years in jail, no negotiation if you were on the wrong. And then maybe this will make people actually start to think twice before they make stupid decisions on the road. I will tell you guys that there was another night, I think it was the night before I actually went to Venda. I was going to 4 ways. I was going somewhere, and I was using the Owamie road. And when I tell you guys that as I was driving, I saw 2 cars that were coming. It was an Audi, and I think the other one, it was an Audi and it was a BMW. And these cars were literally racing. Now, if you know that area of Prison Break, you will see that, it does come and then it comes into 1 lane and then you go down. There's that river where I think it's Shebe people that are constantly there. And then when it goes up, as you're approaching Lone Hill, you will see that it splits now into 2. So basically what these guys were doing, guys, was that they would stop. When they stop, they would then like rev their cars, and then they would drive so fast and they would not stop on any robot. They were passing red robots, because these guys, I saw them all the way from like, as we were starting, like getting to Owamie corner, Owamie corner, and that's what they were doing. There was a robot that is up there. They just went past that. And so, I obviously like went off on the side. They speed. I don't know if it's speeded or whatever. They speed and then they go, and I'm like, okay, finally they're gone. And as I drive, when I get like on top, these cars have both stopped like that. So obviously I didn't know what was going on. In my mind, I was like, wait a minute, is this a hijacking situation that is about to happen? And there was also another car that was next to me that also like put the brakes on, because we literally had to stop. We're all now looking at, okay, what is going on? Because these are 2 cars that were speeding like at full force, and then now they've stopped, and we realized that, actually it means that they must have an agreement that when we reach this spot, we stop, and then we rev our cars again, and then we race. I guess they have a destination that, they decided that whoever arrives there first or whatever. But after they stopped there, they started revving their cars. Like, their cars were so loud. And then after that, they shot again. And obviously, that was when they left. And I then had continued driving, and it was at night. And I remember just having so much rage, because first of all, you're skipping red robots. There could be an innocent person that is driving by. The speed that these guys are going is definitely way over 260 kilometers per hour. If you are to hit a car, and remember, this is 2 of them. If there's a car that is coming, there's no way that the people that are in that car would survive. And even if these racers die, serves them right, they should just go straight to hell. Unfortunately, there could be a family, there could be an innocent person that is gonna die for your stupidity when you are a reckless driver. And I know that whatever I say here is not going to even resonate with anybody, because they have got no punishment, but I personally feel like the traffic department needs to do better in terms of, like, punishing people that are involved in reckless driving, because this is just honestly getting out of control. Now, again, as I'm saying, we do not know what happened. I'm sure that maybe one day we'll be able to understand who exactly was on the wrong between Shebe and also the bus. But if he was being reckless, I don't think he will ever forgive himself for the rest of his life, because if that was a result of his reckless driving, what a horrible punishment. That is the worst, as a parent, to lose your child and knowing it was me. I was reckless. I was either overtaking on a barrier line. I was trying to overtake and I couldn't see what is happening over there, and unfortunately I collided with a truck and something this horrible like this happened. He will live a horrible life, because I do not even want to lie to you guys. This is something that is absolutely horrible. Now, obviously, if it's a matter of he was not being reckless, because it does happen that, he was not being reckless. It is the truck drivers, because as I've said, they literally are bullies on the road and they do whatever they do because they know that they're up there. High chances are it will be a scratch on the bus or the truck and they are still going to be alive. That is something that would be very, very horrible. And my deepest condolences either way. My deepest condolences. Truck drivers, I feel like they also need to be very much psychologically checked, because it's not like just me and a car that were driving. With a truck, unfortunately, as I've said, one mistake, it's a life. It usually is always like that. And so this is really just such a difficult one, because of looking at his lifestyle and some of the videos that we have seen. That's why reckless was trending number one. But again, this is a parent that lost a child, and I can say a lot of things about him. That guy was a good father, or is a good father. That guy is a good father, and you can see that he loves his daughter very much. I did also see this other interview of his, and he was talking about how on a normal, you can't just come here and do whatever and I let you be. But if you come and slap me and my daughter is here, you will get away with it, because my little one means a lot to me, and how I react in front of her means everything. And I was like, that is definitely a parent. So I don't know, maybe he wasn't even driving recklessly, because he knew that his daughter is in the car and this was really just an accident. However, all I can just go ahead and say is that if you are a reckless driver, please stop. Please stop, because you not only put your own life in danger, you also put the lives of innocent people out there in danger. And you never know, you're killing a breadwinner. That's the only person that the whole family looks up to. You guys are killing them. That's the only child that this woman begged God for years to have, and she had. And now finally with that one child, maybe they even had to do IVF and spent all the money that they had to just have this one child, and you are coming with your stupid car and killing the child. It's very dumb. You need to sit down and actually have some psych evaluated. I mean, with these two cars that I'm talking about, these were expensive cars, guys. Like, I'm talking about 4 pipes. The way that they were so loud, both of them being revved at the same time, you would think that maybe, there was a scooter that was coming through. It was very, very loud. So these are obviously people that have money that can afford. What happened to you to a point where you would actually have that much money but still be that dumb and stupid? It is just unacceptable, and I think that the Department of Transport is also failing us, because traffic department, they are supposed to be the ones that actually deal with all this, but we know that they are not standing in places where they're supposed to be standing, because they're looking for areas to get jojo a lot of times, right? And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But anyway, go ahead and comment down below what you guys think, and please do say RIP to Shebe's child. Nobody deserves to lose their lives, especially in that way. Anyway, from Owamie Nature, I love you guys. I am sorry that I got a bit heated. This whole situation really breaks my heart. I am a mom to a 9-year-old. I just cannot even imagine. Like, I can't even imagine. I don't even want to imagine, because I can't even imagine having some stupid reckless driver coming in and hitting my car whilst I know I'm driving well, and something happening to my child. Like, you best believe the law. There's no way. There's 1,000% no way, because these people are just stupid for nothing out here. Reckless drivers piss me off so much, because you're not different from someone that enters someone's house and shoot and kill them. It's just that this time you're using your car and you're also putting your life in danger. But remember, you make that decision. The next person does not make that decision. You're out there driving 300 kilometers per second, wherever, or per hour, whatever speed your car gives, and I'm out here driving 80 and I'm dying for your nonsense stupidity. For you being an idiot. Someone has to sit on a wheelchair because you decide to be a stupid human being. Do you get it? And that's what I'm saying. These people's, like, there's no way you can keep on having accidents and traffic department does not actually pick up that, wait a minute, in a year, this person, or in 8 months, this person has been involved in 3 car accidents, but they don't do anything. They don't suspend your license. They don't actually try get into investigations, what is happening. Because sometimes they're hitting you because you can't drive. Then go learn how to drive. Because if you know one thing, in South Africa, you can get a license and you never did a learners and you don't know how to drive. I feel like almost on a daily basis, I'm getting more and more exhausted with this country. Like, I don't even want to lie, guys. Like, this is so much motivation because there is no way. I know people that get prosecuted in countries out there, and for drunk driving, for this and that. But here, no, you were caught drunk driving. The police come, or the traffic, or you're drunk. Yeah, Budi, I will give you, 5,000 rands. Please write that I was not drunk, and trust and believe that report will come that this person was as sober as a judge. But somebody died. And when, because you want 5,000 rands, someone will not get the justice that they deserve. This person learned nothing, because 5,000 rands is nothing to them either way. Tomorrow they're going to kill another person. And another person is going to collect another 5,000. Or maybe this time, because this person they're going to get 10K. And life continues and they continue killing because they have learned nothing. We have a big problem. I don't even want to lie, especially on our roads. We have a big problem. The other part again that some of you guys will not even want to accept is the fact that we have drivers that are from outside the country. I won't say where, obviously, outside the country, that have had stories that are even lies about South Africans. That, there was my brother in South Africa. He went there and, they burned him and they killed him. Those people are xenophobic. Meanwhile, the person is not going to tell to say, well, your brother was caught, stealing or trying to break into people's houses. And yes, I don't agree in taking the law into your own hands, but that happened. They don't tell the full story. So these people are from outside the country and they're getting into this country. They've got so much hatred, and then they just see your car and they decide to go through it. And those are some of the stuff that actually happen. Some people actually tell themselves that, you have actually done this, or your people have done this. I'm going to go ahead and revenge my brother's cousin. I'm going to go ahead and revenge this and that and that. And people are dying for nothing on the road. So I truly also do believe that before a truck driver enters South Africa, there should be a test that they are given. Just fill in this form, a psychic, whatever that they need to check. Are you mentally stable? Are you okay? They need to also be supervised, because we don't know how people drive in their own place. Like, it's the same as me, guys, being in Gauteng. When I go to Venda, I'm in completely new territory. And so I'm more careful in Venda than I am in Gauteng, because the way people drive here is very different from the way people drive in Venda. People drive in Venda very relaxed. You find someone driving 30. And I remember there was a day that the day that I started respecting that place was the day that I almost hit someone on a circle. That big turn circle. I almost had a huge accident that the day my mother passed. It was a long time ago. But since then, I was like, no, this is not the place for me. This person stopped on a yield. There was no car coming. So I'm there and I'm driving and I'm like, well, there's no car coming. So this person, obviously, by the time I get there, they yield, they pass. No, this person stopped and they just started singing. I don't know, maybe they started singing gospel praises, because I arrived and this car was still there. I had to do dead brakes, and because I was driving a Picanto, my car's brakes were not as strong. But when I tell you guys that there was literal what do they call, the smoke and everything, I'll never ever forget that. And I remember there was a taxi driver that saw that, and he came close, and obviously you could see that my plate number is GP, and he was saying something. So I opened the window and he said, my sister, this is not Gauteng. People here don't drive like that. You will get into a car accident. And as much as that guy was kind of like, khalimeling me, but he did give me some valuable advice. So sometimes you are a great driver in Gauteng. And that's why sometimes you'll find a person that drives very well here, they'll go and have an accident in Venda. Why? Because you can drive all the way from Joburg. People that don't drive like us. People in KZN don't drive like us. People in wherever, people in Zim, people in Zambia, people in Lesotho, they don't drive like us. And that's why, if you're realizing, we have recently had 2 accidents that claimed over 60 people combined that are coming from Botswana. Do you really think those people can drive? They can drive. They can definitely drive. But they can't drive the way South Africans here drive. And that is a serious issue that they need to also start addressing. Just because you can drive a car does not mean that, because we drive our own way. A yield here is a yield. A stop here is there a car coming and you pass. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how we are. And so those are some of the stuff that I just feel like they really need to sit down and readjust and re-look at the laws of driving in this country, especially when you're not from this country, and especially if you're driving a truck, whether if you're from this country or not, because trucks are actually like dangerous. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't meet trucks and live to tell the tale. And so I think that those are some of the stuff that maybe the government needs to look into. My heart is just really so painful, because I feel like there was 1,000% no need for a child like that to die like that. The way that the car is so damaged, you can see that it was definitely either the car or the bus was in high speed, because if not, it would not have been that damaged. And he's very blessed to be alive, because even the first accident that he had this year, this is another one. This year, his car got wrecked. And for him to have even come out of that car, it was like, wow. And for him to come out of this one again, it's like, wow. It's just unfortunate that this time his child did not, But anyway, RIP to that little girl. If you're someone that, I don't know, how do you think maybe we can ask for this laws to be implemented? And what more safety measures do you think can be put on the road? And I think that the other thing, again, they should also have a speed tracker. I have a speed tracker in my car because of the insurance that I'm actually using right now. They want that. So if you're in an accident, they look at what speed were you driving. And if you were over the speed limit, they are not paying. Well, actually, that works against me. But anyway, I think that would be great. They should actually start saying, if you are in a car accident, the first one, it must be a requirement that for you to drive, you need to have a speed tracker. And if you are involved in another one, let's just check what speed were you driving. If your speed was too high, jail time. Because we can't keep losing people on the roads like this. But anyway, I love you, ninjas. Stay blessed. And I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.